1957, the year when the quaint land of Mysore state in India found itself ensnared in the clutches of an unfathomable terror, a vengeful beast that stalked the eerie shadows of Nagwara hills. Whispers of its malevolence resonated through the very fabric of the land, chilling hearts and igniting the darkest recesses of fear in every soul. For it had claimed the lives of at least a dozen hapless souls, while subjecting 24 others to merciless mauling, leaving behind a trail of despair and agony. This beast, more a demon than a creature, executed its sinister plan with a ghastly finesse, preying upon its unsuspecting victims' very essence, their faces. With claws as sharp as the Reaper's scythe and teeth that gnashed like the devil's own jaws, it feasted, consuming them partially or whole, rendering them unrecognizable. Those unfortunate enough to survive the encounter emerged as haunting specters of their former selves, one-eyed, noseless, or bearing cheeks torn asunder, branded forever by the beast's cruel signature. This was the bloodlusty sloth bear, the infamous man-eater. Melursius ursinus, or sloth bear, is a fascinating medium-sized bear species indigenous to the Indian subcontinent, specifically found in India, southern Nepal, and Sri Lanka, where this beast has managed to adapt and thrive in a diverse range of habitats, encompassing wet and dry tropical forests, savannas, scrublands, and grasslands. Despite their seemingly gentle name, sloth bears are far from docile creatures. In fact, they've earned a reputation as one of the most aggressive bear species in the region. Evolution has played a significant role in shaping their behavior and survival strategies. Research indicates that these formidable bears likely emerged during the Middle Pliocene, and it was during this period that their territories fatefully overlapped with that of tigers, giving rise to an intriguing evolutionary saga. Picture this: cunning sloth bears, fiercely relentless but lacking the lightning speed of tigers. Caught in a dangerous dilemma, confronted by a formidable predator that they couldn't outpace or outmaneuver in tree-bound escapades. So, they forged a daring plan to stand their ground and emerge in a fierce rivalry. Thus, an age-old standoff unfolded between two of nature's most tenacious contenders. Yet, as the epic battle ensued, it became evident that the prowess of the tiger stood unrivaled, with some of them, especially Bengal tigers, being called habitual bear killers. Still, the sloth bear emerged as a creature that refused to be easily subdued. Armed with their large canine teeth, which seemed almost too grand for their medium-sized frames, and their sharp, sickle-shaped claws, the sloth bears unveiled a formidable defense against potential threats. In the face-off with tigers, the sloth bears, with their aggressive nature, boldly charged at the mighty tigers. Interestingly, a young or even well-fed tiger often chooses to retreat when confronted by an assertive sloth bear. Recognizing the bear's powerful claws, they can inflict serious damage. In fact, most tigers abandon their hunt altogether if a sloth bear detects their presence before they pounce, wisely avoiding the risk. During these aggressive encounters, sloth bears express themselves through a symphony of sounds and vocals. From fierce howls, high-pitched squeals, and intense screams to assertive barks and trumpet-like calls, they make their presence known. See the remarkable strength of a female sloth bear protecting her cubs caught on camera. The fight started when a sloth bear with her cubs approached and a shared watering hole where a tiger was already drinking. Upon noticing the bear and her cubs, the tiger, seemingly a juvenile, swiftly charged at them. In response, the mother bear fiercely fought back to protect her cubs. After a determined struggle, she eventually managed to drive the predator away successfully. However, a fully mature tiger is smart as well as ferocious. It cleverly deceives the sloth bears by mimicking the calls of a sambar deer, effectively luring the curious bears towards potential danger. Once the unsuspecting bears approach termite mounds, the cunning tiger lies in wait, silently creeping in behind them. With lightning speed, it seizes the bear by the back of its neck, using its sheer strength to force it to the ground. Apart from the region's apex predators like tigers, sloth bears harbor a fierce rivalry with humans, and it is not hard to wonder why. Throughout time, humans have relentlessly encroached upon the habits of sloth bears, diminishing their once thriving population by hunting them for sustenance and using their body parts like bacula and claws for various products. Consequently, the bear's territories were repeatedly invaded, leading to retaliatory attacks on the encroachers. The relentless pressure from human activities has instilled a fierce aggressiveness in the sloth bears towards people, treating even a mere passerby as a potential threat, prompting them to charge unprovoked. Experts speculate that this heightened aggressiveness is a result of the long-standing survival mechanism developed by this rare bear species. Numbers state the chilling consequences of such aggression. Over a period from April 1998 to December of 2000, there were a total of 137 bear attacks, resulting in 11 fatalities in the forest division of the state in central India. Most of these attacks were carried out by solitary bears in places like kitchen gardens, crop fields, and adjoining forests, particularly during the monsoon season. In a haunting incident in 2016, a female sloth bear wreaked havoc in a wildlife sanctuary, claiming the lives of 3 people and injuring 5 others. In initial attempts to capture and cage the bear had just completely failed, leading to the loss of 1 staff member. Eventually, a joint team of officials and policemen had to take drastic measures and shoot the bear to ensure the safety of the public. Similarly, in November of 2022, a heart-wrenching incident unfolded in the district of South India, where 3 men were brutally attacked by a sloth bear. Caught on camera, the bear can be seen pouncing on a vegetable vendor riding his 2-wheeler and furiously attempting to bite his face as he lay on the ground. Despite the cries of those around, the bear attacked fiercely 2 other men who came to the vendor's aid, leaving them seriously injured. And the haunting tally marches on with no end in sight. Even appearance-wise, sloth bears are one of the most unusual bear species alive. With their lineage parting ways from other bear species nearly 4 million years ago, they went on a special journey through successive generations, undergoing an unsettling behavioral transformation that brought forth the assertive and aggressive forms that we know today. Surprisingly, unlike his fierce demeanor, these enigmatic beasts maintain a moderate stature. Females typically weigh between 121 to 231 pounds, while males can range from 176 to 320 pounds, and stand at 2 to 3 feet tall and 4.7 to 6.3 feet in body length, striking an intriguing balance between strength and size. One of the most remarkable characteristics of the sloth bear is its impressively elongated lower lip and palate, capable of stretching over their noses, earning it the moniker of a labiated bear. It serves as a specialized tool, enabling them to consume termites and ants with finesse. Using their keen sense of smell, they locate these insect delicacies, and upon reaching a mound, they expertly scrape at the structure with their claws until they uncover the hidden treasures nestled in large combs within the galleries. Their disproportionately large paws come into play as they disperse the soil with vigorous puffs. Once the feast is revealed, they employ their muzzle to suck up the termites, producing a distinctive sucking sound that can resonate up to 200 yards away. Moreover, the sloth bear's olfactory prowess is nothing short of astonishing, as it can detect grubs buried 3 feet below the ground. This exceptional sense of smell aids it in its navigating the environment with incredible efficiency, ensuring a steady supply of delectable treats. Apart from insects, sloth bears have a buzz for honey. When serving their little ones, females reportedly bring up a blend of partially digested jackfruit, wood apples, and bits of honeycomb, a delicious smoothie for mother. This gooey stuff solidifies into a dark yellow, round, bread-like blob, which they feed to the cubs. Locals in India treasure this bear's bread as a treat. Once in a blue moon, sloth bears can't resist their sweet tooth and develop a junk food habit, raiding trash cans near hotels and even within busy towns all year round. Though ferocious food fights amongst their own might break out, when it comes to company, the adults actually will travel in pairs sometimes, in slow and noisy walking style with a flapping motion that always looks like a symphony of terror. While this motion apparently can make them look a bit clumsy, in reality, sloth bears can sprint at speeds of 20 miles per hour. It's faster than running humans, I'm sure I don't need to tell you, proving that they've got more speed than you would expect. And when it comes to climbing, these bears have got some exceptional skills too, regardless of their age. Though not enough to outrun tigers and leopards, but well enough to surpass most of the predators. In addition, sloth bears also enjoy indulging in aquatic activities by swimming and plunging into water for amusement. Displaying their dominance, they employ their paws to scratch trees and relish in the pleasurable act of rubbing against them. Regarding matters of romance, sloth bears adhere to their distinct timetable. Within India, their mating season falls between the months of April, May, and June. Following this, they patiently await December and early January to embrace the arrival of their offspring. In contrast, the mating season for both sloth bears in Sri Lanka persists throughout the entire year. Expectant mothers, referred to as sows, undergo a gestation period of 210 days. When the time of giving birth arrives, they opt for a snug location like a cave or a shelter beneath a large rock. Typically, they deliver 1 to 2 cubs, occasionally even a rare trio. These little cubs start off blind and clueless, but in just 4 weeks, they open their eyes to a whole new world and they grow very quickly. At just a month old, they start taking curious walks, becoming independent by the time that they're 2 to 3. As mentioned earlier, the main dangers faced by these rare bear species are poaching and habitat loss, resulting from activities like destruction, fragmentation, overgrazing, mineral extraction, human settlements, expansion of agricultural areas, roads. Additionally, in certain regions of India, sloth bears have been captured and kept as performing pets. The IUCN Red List estimates the global population of sloth bears to be around 20,000 individuals. Presently, this species is categorized as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List, and its population is declining.